Good morning, YouTubers. Uncle Buck's Treasure here. We got a new project going on today. Probably last October, I thought I'd get into a little gold panning. I didn't know it, but there's gold in Ohio. It was brought down with the glaciers, I don't know how many years ago. But I thought I'd get into a little bit of panning for gold. And what I bought was a number 4 classifier. That means there's 4 holes per inch. And I got a number 12 classifier to get it down a lot finer. And I went down to the river and I classified it through the 1/4 inch into a 5-gallon bucket. After I had this 5-gallon bucket full of the number 4 screen, I took it to the river on another trip and classified it down into another bucket through the number 12 screen. And what stayed in here I panned out, which is still pretty big for the gold that's supposed to be around here, and I didn't find any gold. But what I've got left is all the real fine stuff in this 5-gallon bucket. Get a drink of coffee here. I keep all my prospecting stuff in this little bag. I've got some Jet Dry, which you put. What I've got is a bucket of wash pan here, wash pail, great big one, and I'm going to pan this stuff out right here in my shop where it's nice and warm. You put this Jet Dry a few drops in the water to break the surface tension of that water so that this real fine gold won't get caught and float on top. Even though gold's heavy, the surface tension can make it float. So this breaks that surface tension. I've got a little, what they call gold magnet. What that does is that takes, you push that down and there's a magnet that comes down to the bottom, and you can pick that magnetic black sand up, out and away from the gold. I've got a little loop for finding the gold. I've got the gold sucker, and I've got a little jar to put all my gold in. I've got 2 pans here. They're both great big pans. I want to get a smaller one, and I want to get a Garrett just to have a variety to see what I like best. I'll be probably using the blue one today. And most importantly, if you haven't already noticed, I have my lucky Deep Digger Dan hat on. Just got it in the mail the other day, and he guaranteed me that if I wear his hat while I'm prospecting or metal detecting, I might find gold. What better can you ask for? So, I'll show you what I got going on. I'll show you what kind of sissy I am. Uncle Buck is... I've got my big wash tub. That's a great big wash tub. And then over here on my fireplace, I got 2 buckets of water warming up because I don't want to stick my hands down in the cold water. The arthritis is getting to me. We're back in the tripod. And I also have something else to show you. One of my viewers told me that they got these little tripods off of eBay for 99 cents each when I was paying $5 for them. So now I've got tripods to take apart and make my little clamp-on camera mounts. You just take that screw out of the bottom, and you have to do a little work inside, and then you can put it right on one of those. I got a bunch of them right here. bunch of these. But I'll be buying some for this project. I want them to be a lot stronger than these are. But that's another one of my projects. I got them for $1 a piece. I can't believe it. I bought 15 of them. Let's see, I'll wait for this water to warm up, wait for my shop to warm up a little bit, then I'll start panning. What the plan is I'll pan it all down in this pan to where it's just a little bit left, and then I'll dump it into the black pan. And once I get all that bucket, which is up to about here with dirt, sand, after I pan all that out, then I'll pan out what's left in the black bucket. That way I've never done it before, and I don't want to have to take all the time to get it all down to the nothing but gold left. I don't know how many times it's going to take me to do it, but it could be a long time. So I'll just get it down to the nitty-gritty and then do it all at once. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. That's the final pan. I pan through all the bucket, and when I get down to a couple tablespoons of stuff, I dump it into the black pan and then pan some more. And when the black pan got a little too full, I pan that out. This is the final bit, the final concentrates, if you want to call them. One thing that I remembered was, basically, I don't know what I'm doing. So I went, and they say put a BB or a pellet or something in the pan, something heavy. So I put this in one of the pans, panned it all out, and there it was in the bottom. But that's a 177 caliber pellet. I thought that's only probably 100 times or more heavier than any gold I'm going to find. So then I went and got some pellets from a shotgun shell. Those are either 8 or 9 shot, and I had trouble with them rolling around when I was trying to find them at the end of the pan, so I just tapped them with a hammer to flatten them out so they wouldn't roll so much. But those are some nice tiny little pieces of shot, and it was a confidence booster when I get to the last tablespoon or so of material in the pan, and bingo, there they were. So I'm going to throw these, and I always threw them in after I put the sand in, so they started out on top. So there they go, 2 little pieces of lead shot in the last pan. Do I really expect to find any gold? Probably not, but this has been a fun experience, and I'm learning, and that's the main thing. Shake it to get all the heavy. I tap on it a little bit. Stop and shake it and get everything back to the bottom again every now and then. More water in there than that. Right there is one of those pieces of lead shot. Right there's the other one. They're both right here now. So that's what I like to see. Keeping that heavy stuff in the bottom. I don't see anything. Here next to a light, and I'll come back and tell you if I found anything. Right there. I think that's a little speck of gold. I'm going to get it out of there. It sat there after all the other stuff was moving away. So I'm going to get it out of there. Okay, I'm done with the panning session out there in the shop. I thought I'd sit down here and kind of explain what I had in mind. First of all, did I expect to get rich? No. This is just a learning experience to get me prepared if I ever go out west or up to Alaska or something like that, where I do have an opportunity to pan for gold, where there is actually little nuggets of gold. I just want to know what I'm doing, and the tip on putting the little lead shot in there, that was one I was glad I remembered, because that was a confidence booster when you find that little piece of lead shot down there in the bottom when you're about done with the whole pan. Another thing, this is going to be probably the last video of this kind on my Buck Run 11 channel. I have started another channel that's going to be dedicated to panning for gold, metal detecting, and treasure hunting in general. It's called Uncle Buck's Treasure. I will put a link to it at the bottom of this. Hopefully we'll have a lot of fun. One of the next things I want to get is going to be a sluice box, so I can classify it down to that number 12 classification, run it through a sluice box, and bring more material home that has better potential to carry those little itty-bitty flakes of gold. And the last thing I want to, well, I got to say two more things. Prepper Kip's the one that got me started on this. Thank you, Prepper Kip. It's been a blast. And come on, get in.